From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Welcome to this week's edition of Local Point, brought to you by Ashley Regional Medical Center. On today's show, we're talking about an emergency scouting for food drive. Joining me in the studio is Paul Hitchcock, Senior District Executive with the Boy Scouts of America. Welcome back, Paul. You've been on the show before.
Yes, I have. It's been a couple of months ago, but it was a good experience.
Yes, it was. Now, this sounds very important, an emergency scouting for food drive. Tell me about this.
Well, basically what happens is in our district we do scouting for food drive in about this time frame. What happens with the council is they've moved theirs to March, so they didn't want to conflict with what they call the BYU Merit Badge Powwow in the November time frame that we do ours. This year, though, the council has called us and said the food banks in Utah are bare, and we need to do something about it. And so we, in conjunction with councils along the Wasatch Front, the Great Salt Lake Council and Trapper Trails Council, are all going together for November the 8th, and we're going to do a massive scouting for food drive to resupply those shelves in the food banks.
Now, will you still do the one in the spring?
Yes, we will.
In addition to, so this one is just an extra one because of the need statewide for food.
That's correct.
And how will you conduct that drive?
What we do is we alert our local scout leaders. We pass out scouting for food bags. We ask them to make a delivery to a home, go out as units. Could be the Cub Scouts take the bags out, Boy Scouts go back later, or they use a team in the venture units also could participate in this activity.
But from the civilian point of view, we'll expect to see some bags maybe left on our doorknobs or on our doorsteps.
That's
marked
correct.
Scouting for food.
Yes.
And then what? We fill the bag.
Well, then one of the other units would come by and pick it up.
Pick it up. Will they do that the same day?
It could be. Different areas approach it a little bit different. Maybe they'll take the food bags out on a Friday night.
All right.
Maybe they'll do it the day before on the 7th or something like that, depending on their time frames and what they want.
And how they want to handle it.
Yes.
All right. Now, this food then, is it going to the local area? You said statewide. The banks are really in need. Will the food gathered here stay locally, or will it be dispersed?
No, the food that we gather here will stay here. We have a food bank here in...
Just the scouts throughout the state are taking care of their local food bank.
That's correct.
All right.
And we'll be doing the same thing over in Roosevelt, Altamont, Duchesne areas.
And what is our food bank? What is our local food bank called?
Ashley Valley...
It's a food pantry.
Yeah, food pantry, thank you.
All right, and if people miss this drive, can they donate directly to the food pantry? I guess that's something that people can do anytime.
Absolutely.
I'll put you on the spot a little bit. Do you know where that is?
426th East.
Well, you've got an actual address in
I better.
Location-wise, is
200 South, 426
that's over
East.
by the Western Park complex, is it?
Yes.
All right. So people could take food directly over there if they happen to miss the drive and still meet the needs of the
Absolutely.
Boy Scouts of
If
America.
they're prepared, if they want to do something on their as an individual family group or something, they're certainly welcome to take it over there. Because the Scouts may not come around to that area.
Right.
Depending on their schedules and what they're doing.
Okay. Well, I've got a few more details I'd like to ask you in just a minute, and we'll be right back with more information on the Emergency Scouting for Food Drive after this message from our sponsor, Ashley Regional Medical Center.
Ashley Regional Medical Center supports the local community, from the Uinta High sports programs to the Relay for Life and the Dinosaur Roundup Rodeo. We work together to make our community a healthy and beneficial place to live.
Quality care with a personal touch. Ashley Regional Medical Center.
Welcome back to Local Point. Today we're talking about an emergency scouting for food drive. Joining me in the studio is Paul Hitchcock, Senior District Executive with the Boy Scouts of America. Now, we talked a little bit about what this drive is. Paul, when is the drive?
We're scheduled to go statewide November the 8th, and in our district right here in Vernal, we'll be running from 10 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon.
The Boy Scouts all around the state will be out gathering food that day.
Absolutely.
November 8th, that's a Saturday, but here again, tell me the hours.
10 to 3.
10 o'clock a.m. to 3.
That's what time the food pantries will be open
Okay.
to receive the food.
And the Scouts will be scurrying around the community, gathering food and depositing it in our local bank.
A wonderful opportunity for Scouts to give service to the needy.
That's right. Well, and there are a lot of people that are needing food right now. I think that it may be very telling that our shelves are a little bit bare statewide at this time. So it's a good, worthy effort. All right, now, what kind of things are you looking for as far as donations? Can we just plop anything in those bags?
Well, what the arrangements are and the indications to us are that the items needed would be like tuna fish, peanut butter.
In a can, I assume. You don't want to...
Diabetic
Sorry.
food items, baby supplies of all kinds, toiletries, toothpaste and other oral hygiene items, pasta products, spaghetti sauce, canned fruits, beans, or canned or dried, rice, flour, other canned meats, baking goods, holiday foods, and cereal.
You're looking for things that are packaged also. You don't want like fresh home-baked bread and canned things. There are some don'ts as well, aren't there? Things that we should not probably donate? For health reasons and legal reasons, I have a feeling.
You're right. The please do not include items are items that have been opened, and items must be commercially prepared, no home canning or bottling, and please do not include items in glass containers.
It seemed like such a good idea to donate the leftovers, but really we need things that have been sealed, unopened, and are store-bought for the most part. And I'm glad you mentioned the oral hygiene things. Toothpaste, I wouldn't have thought about that. So that's very good. All right, November 8th, the Scouts will be around from 10 to 3.
Yes, sir.
Look for the bag. If they don't leave a bag, you can go right to the pantry. Is that right?
That's correct. They'll accept that with grateful appreciation.
Now, I'm aware that the pantry also is interested in monetary donations. If you want to go directly there and donate, they can get a lot out of your dollars, a lot more than we can. You're not probably wanting to collect checks and cash donations then.
No, not
for this.
No, not for this.
Well, that's a good lead into something else. With the emergency food drive covered, the Scouts are looking for donations for the scouting program. Can we just mention that quickly here at the end?
We have what we call the Friends of Scouting program. We usually kick off early part of June. Most of it is completed by the end of August. But it's a time where donations are made and they go to our local council to help pay for all of our needs, our operations.
Right. I know my
camps.
son just joined the Cub Scouts and he didn't actually have to pay the sign-up fee. That was covered by some kind person somewhere. I guess that's normal. Is that from this kind of thing?
Through the LDS Church, they cover all
those kind of
expenses.
Registration fees, but you're always looking for money for other things as well.
That's correct.
Well, the program is always a worthy program. Scout, Paul, before we leave, I always like to have you do the Scout law. Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's hear it.
Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
And?
Could be hungry.
Hungry too sometimes, and that's a good wrap up for the food drive. Thank you, Paul, for coming today.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Local Point. For more information or to watch this program on demand, you can visit our website, www.vernal.tv. Please join us next time.